Oh, we've been involved with WBENC for over 10 years. We weren't quite a founding member, but almost. So there's a strong commitment from our company to supplier diversity and especially to WBENC. Sure, we've had a supplier diversity program actually beyond the 10 years that we've been involved with WBENC, and our supplier diversity roots go back 30, 40 years. But the supplier diversity program within procurement, we've really worked hard in the last several years to integrate it into procurement and make it an integral part of the sourcing process. So our supplier diversity manager meets regularly with each of our spend category managers to work with them on any opportunities for sourcing projects that are identified, and we really strive to create the opportunities for women in minority business to participate in sourcing events. And we've also got an arm of our supplier diversity program that focuses on supplier development. And our supplier diversity manager, Larry Wooten, really brought that in with him. He's been on board about a year and 4 months with us, and he's partnered with a local SBA organization, SCORE, to work with some suppliers actually who are not yet Pitney Bowes suppliers, but can develop into becoming Pitney Bowes suppliers. And he's really just put together a great partnership there to mentor suppliers. We've just started about 2-3 months ago, and they've mapped out activities over the next 6 to 10 months, and in partnership working with the volunteers at SCORE to work on their business plans, and then we work with them to really to help them to develop scale to be able to support Pitney Bowes. Well, interestingly enough, I'll tie back to that supplier development piece. So what we do find is that where we create opportunities for diverse suppliers to participate, sometimes they don't have the scale in their operation. And so you compete with the challenge of trying to consolidate your supplier base, but at the same time you really want to make the commitment and make the opportunity for the diverse suppliers. So we've faced that challenge with putting in place a supplier development program to try and address that head on. And as I said, we've been underway with it 2-3 months, and that's how we really want to address that challenge, so we can build their capacity to support our business. I think it's really key, and it's key for probably some of the smaller organizations, and even the larger MBE and WBE, because they can act as mentors to the small organizations. We've actually encouraged some of our WBEs to partner together, and together they can create a solution that is scalable for us when they come to us together. And in terms of networking with each other, I think it's very important, and with WBENC, I see it on a daily basis, and it never ceases to amaze me at how open and sharing and giving the women business owners are with each other. And I've seen people who are in the same industry and who are competitors sit down and talk about how they can partner together. And I think it's so important. There's only a certain amount of benchmarking and sharing of best practices you can do with a corporation if you're a small business, but small business to small business, you really get a lot out of it. I don't think it's the best thing that's ever happened. I think it's a fact of life at this point, and I think that it can be used to complement the connections that are made, and perhaps what it's done is it's helped to allow people to make more connections. But I really think that the personal interaction is still key, and you have to sift through all of those many connections that you make via social networking to really identify those where you want to make the significant investment. We do. Juanita James, our Chief Marketing Officer, recently launched social networking sites. We've got Yammer, Twitter, yes, and I have to tell you, I'm not one of those personally that embraces it on a daily basis in my personal life. But from a company standpoint, we've recently launched these things, and have also recently done some research into social media and the benefits and the impact.